You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
It's Terrific Tuesday and December 19th. I'm your host, Kimberly Pro. Joining me in the studio is Ross Leonhardt. And in this first hour, we'll be talking to the toy guy. He gives you all of the advice if you're still doing that last minute Christmas shopping. Plus, we've got a special sugar cookie latte recipe we'll share with you. And then Claire Noble of Eagle County will be joining us in studio to talk about all things happening in the area. So we've got a lot happening in this first hour, and it starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. Coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Welcome to the TV8 Weather Center on this wonderful Tuesday. It is going to be around 20 degrees to kick off the day around 8 a.m., but it will get up into the mid-40s today. Mostly cloudy, so definitely want to bundle up today. Looking at the hourly, it'll start to heat up well before noon and into the evening, with 8 p.m. being about 33 degrees and mostly cloudy throughout the day. So yeah, just be prepared. The I-70 corridor is coming in at 41 degrees in Eagle, 44 degrees in Avon, and 45 degrees in Vail. And Denver is a whopping 68 degrees. Wow. Little warm up there. Tonight, a low of 22 degrees, mostly cloudy. Some slight winds south to southeast, and into the week, heading into the Christmas weekend. Tomorrow, mid-40s through Friday, with lows around the 20s and the teens. Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at a chance of snow showers. We're going to do our snow dances and do whatever we can to make that happen. Looking at the snow report, Beaver Creek, no new snow recently, but the season total is still at 64 inches with a base depth of 28 inches. And you know we're all about that base. Beaver Creek is operating 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. right now with 20 lifts open, including Larkspur today. That's exciting. 60 trails up at Beaver Creek, and 26% of the terrain is open now. Over at Vail Mountain, no new snow either, but the season total is at 90 inches and a base depth of 32 inches. Vail Mountain also operating 8:30 now and 3:30 p.m. close. About 23 lifts open over in Vail with 198 trails and more to come, and that's about 71% of our terrain, and we are close to rocking and rolling if this weekend storm rolls in.
We really are. 8:30 a.m., a half an hour difference is really going to make those lift lines a little bit more endurable as we move into the Christmas weekend.
Yeah, and with more terrain opening, it's more space for people to spread out. So yeah, things are looking good right now.
Things are looking good, and especially like a Christmas snow dance.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love some snowfall on Christmas and Christmas Eve? It'll just make it a magical winter wonderland.
Yeah. Do you have any tricks to make it snow?
I heard wear your pajamas inside out and dance in a circle 3 or 4 times. What? I don't know. I'm going to try it.
Whatever your trick is, please do it.
What's your trick, anyone?
I leave town, and it
got it.
inevitably snows, but I'm not leaving.
So I'll do my dance and hope that you don't jinx it. Just kidding. But it's going to be a great show today. We've got a lot of people in studio, and Claire Noble with Eagle County. She's got always a wealth of information. So it's going to be a great conversation, plus the Vail Valley Partnership. So a lot of things happening.
And we'll be in the kitchen today again?
We will be in the kitchen because holiday favorites. I love to be in the kitchen and cook and do fun things that I wouldn't normally do on a regular basis.
Yeah, awesome. Now's the time to do it.
Now is the time to do it. Well, we've got a busy first half of the show, so grab your coffee or wait and make a latte along with us in the next couple of minutes here. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Just wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my family in Florida, in Delray Beach, Florida. I miss you guys and wish you were here. Love you.
All right, Merry Christmas, Thomas and Annie. We can't wait to spend Christmas with you. Love you guys.
Hi everyone, happy holidays from Vail Health.
Les deseamos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Have a happy, healthy holiday season. Good morning, Vail.
We are in the kitchen for the second day in a row.
Yes.
I'm making Ross into a chef.
Yes.
He doesn't know yet, but that was part of the reason he signed up for this job.
Yeah,
Cooking lessons on air.
Yeah.
But we are actually going to make, I love a good holiday festive cocktail, and I traveled this past weekend, went to one of the local coffee shops, and they were all out of the festive holiday drinks. I know, can you believe it? So we are making a Starbucks dupe, or a fancy coffee shop dupe, I guess I shouldn't say Starbucks, a sugar cookie latte recipe. And the trick to that is all in the simple syrup. Did you know that?
Of course, yeah, of course.
Of course,
Yeah.
obviously. So it's super simple. You can use an espresso or regular coffee. If you're making this at home, chances are you're probably just making a regular coffee, but we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we're gonna make this simple syrup. And this is where the secret ingredient kicks in. So I'll tell you all about it. With it, we've got, you've got 3 different extracts in this one. So a butter extract, and that's what's gonna make it taste like the cookie. And we've got a vanilla extract and almond extract. So 3 different extracts, 2 different kinds of sugar, and some water. It's pretty simple.
Love it. Love it. Sounds
Awesome.
delicious.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So Ross, I'm gonna tell you what to do, and we're gonna start mixing things up in our pot to make our simple syrup. So we need about 1/4 of a cup of water to get started, and the water will be our base. So we've got a bottle of water here. I've got the man in the kitchen to open things for me. Just kidding, I could do it myself. But we're gonna pour about a half, we've got a half a cup right here, measurement style. So we'll just do about half of that with water. And then we'll pour the water in here. So looks great. We've got it, it's already heated, nice and sizzling. Next, we're gonna add our sugar. So we've got 2 different kinds of sugar. If you want to reduce some of the sugar count, you can use a monk fruit sweetener, which is actually what we're gonna do here today. We're going to do about 1/4 of a cup of this. So same thing, we're just gonna take our measuring cup and do about half of it. So no pressure.
Are we doing this monk fruit?
We're doing the monk fruit
Okay.
sweetener versus regular granulated sugar, but we will have 2 kinds of sugar in this. So just about half. Looks good to me.
Straight
We'll
in?
just dump it straight in there. Now we're gonna add a little bit of the brown sugar because if you recall, when you're making cookies from scratch, you usually have 2 kinds of sugar in it. So we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar into our mix. The tablespoons are the big ones. If you're not a big cook in the kitchen, make sure you use the biggest spoon for tablespoons. Okay,
All right, we're getting there.
We're getting there. So it's really super simple, and you just want to start like kind of just making sure that the sugar doesn't burn. We'll just do 2 of those. Yeah, it doesn't have to be super packed in there.
We're gonna be a little generous with the brown sugar.
We are. I'm okay with that. Now the next pieces are the fun ones. So we're going to go ahead and separate this. We need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So vanilla is like a staple in all things baking, you know.
Yeah.
We'll do about 1 teaspoon in here. There we go. Perfect. It's okay if you go a little extra, as I always say. Vanilla, you can always go a little bit overboard and it'll taste good. Then we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of the butter extract, and that's what's going to make it taste like a cookie. So just 1/2 teaspoon of that. There we go. And then we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of the almond extract. And I love a good almond flavor when I'm baking. Sometimes I actually swap out my vanillas and my almonds, and it tastes quite delicious.
It smells amazing right now.
It does, right? We're just having a little Christmas cheer over here. It's a sugar cookie latte, but I think you could really actually use it all times of the year, right? So we're just gonna stir it a little bit. You know, it really doesn't matter. Minimal tools in the kitchen if you need it. You're just gonna stir it. You can see it's starting to like brown up a little bit. You just want to reduce it down and like let it thicken.
Cool.
And then this is gonna be our simple syrup.
Cool.
Now, the best part about simple syrup, making it from scratch, this will last about 2 weeks in the fridge if you wanted to keep it in the fridge. So that way you've got delicious lattes for 2 weeks long. It's probably just about the same price as buying it at a Starbucks. So I think it's a win over here. But then really super simple. You know, are you an espresso guy or are you a coffee guy?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Depends on the day.
All right. So if you were ordering, would you prefer a latte or coffee? What would you do this morning?
I like the skinny flat whites, like the small one, like
big
a
flat
little
white.
less milk, you know.
I'm about the same. So what's great about this, you can follow exact measurements to make this coffee cocktail, I guess you could call it, or you can kind of just freehand it. So we warmed up some milk. You can use any milk that you want to. So for each latte, you'd probably do about 3/4 of a cup of milk. But for you, if you prefer a little bit less, you can just do like half if you want to. And so this is starting to look really good here. We're just going to let it simmer a little bit. And then you do about, to get a true like ratio so you can really taste the syrup, you do about 3/4 of a cup of coffee. And then like 3/4 of a cup of milk. And then 1/4 of a cup of coffee. So less coffee, more milk for that true latte. You can froth it up with like a little frother or steam it, whatever you've got on hand, or you can just warm it up and it tastes delicious.
Lovely.
So we'll go ahead and we've got our fun Christmas coffee mugs here, or winter coffee mugs, I guess you could say, and a little bit of coffee. So we'll pour some coffee into it. Wish us luck though, it could be messy.
So we'll do about half and half.
I'll do about half and half in there, and you just want to pour that in there. As you can see, this simple syrup
look
is
at Kim,
really
don't look at me.
starting to look nice. It's browned a little bit because of the different extracts that we've got. Smells delicious. Do you smell the sugar cookie?
Yeah. I also smell the coffee I just spilled all over the counter.
Hey, it's okay. You know, it's live TV, live cooking, all the deliciousness. So then once we do that, we can actually add a little bit of milk into both of them as well. And our milk is warm, so it's not going to cool down the coffee. And we'll just keep stirring it here. This simple syrup is looking great. And just keep letting it kind of burn down a little bit. And you know, it's bubbling up, and that means that it's reducing. So the sugar is starting to caramelize and get a little bit thicker. That's where the water base kind of keeps it from going. Loving Ross's face. Right? One of my my favorite things about being in the kitchen with Ross, is watching the
Oh,
outcome.
you got a little cleaning up to do after this, that's for sure.
Hey, that's like a kitchen at home, you know? It's like made with love.
That's what it is. Well, when you bake, you have to be very precise, right?
Exactly. But you know, that's the beauty of this. We're not really baking.
This is
it's
just
the latte.
Yep.
It smells like a cookie, but it's not.
Cool.
So, and then if you really want it to be sweet, and I'm like a medium sweet kind of girl.
Okay.
So typically I would do about 3 tablespoons of our simple syrup. But I don't know about you. I'm probably going to do 2 in this latte and try it out. So what's your
I'll take whatever's left over.
Well, hopefully not too much.
No, you
Yep,
tell
it
me.
looks great to me. We're just going to go ahead and do a couple of spoonfuls here. One there.
That was pretty. You made that look very easy. You want to do another one?
We'll do another one. Why not? You know, it is pretty easy. And the best part is because our coffee's hot, we don't have to let this cool. It'll just taste quite delicious.
These are some nice mugs too.
I won't tell you where I got them, but a local artist.
Love that. Love that.
By the name of Amazon.
Love that.
All right. And the best part about this is because it's the holiday season, I normally don't do whipped cream on my coffee. Yes. But we are making a delicious Starbucks dupe in a gorgeous mug. We don't have the paper cup mugs.
Yes.
I'm just going to do a little bit of whipped cream along the top. Do you want some?
There is more whipped cream than coffee right now.
Well,
and that's how
TBD. TBD. But this is what it would look like. You can add some sprinkles to it. Just quite delicious. And I think it smells so good. So
cheers.
Cheers. Happy Tuesday. Merry Christmas.
That's amazing.
And I taste a sugar cookie.
That's sweet,
it's quite delicious. So if you want the recipe, obviously ping us on our Facebook page, follow us on social media, and we'll share it with you. But it's great to have it home, especially if you're hosting a large group of people. You can just make them something delicious.
That was quick.
It was quick. Quick and easy. Not all things take forever. Anyways, we'll be right back. We are just getting started with our show. I'm really glad that I have a cup of coffee to enjoy over this next couple of hours.
Yep. All right.
We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler. I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
We are in the midst and the beginning of several different kinds of seasons. Firstly, we've got Robbie with the update at Keystone and girls and boys basketball here locally, plus an award that was given to the second ever Air Force Falcon recipient for football. Let's take a look at all that Robbie has to update us with.
All right, thanks for joining us. So Monday night called for some good basketball in the Valley as Battle Mountain High boys basketball took on Middle Park at home in Edwards. Sitting at 1-6 on the season, Battle Mountain boys basketball was looking to turn their year around with a win over Middle Park. Battle Mountain moving the ball after a full court press is applied early in the game by Middle Park. Bo Suman takes the ball to the rack and lays it in for the Huskies' first 2 points of the game. Battle Mountain now back with the ball, and it finds its way to senior Cooper Skidmore, who places it gracefully in the basket for another Huskies 2 points. Middle Park now looking to answer, and Luke Pop lays it in for the Panthers' first points of the night. Huskies now back with it and moving it around the arc. Skidmore will head to the paint, catch the ball in traffic, put it up off the glass for another Huskies 2. The senior making his presence felt early in the game. Battle Mountain back with the ball, heading the other way. Max McFarland will catch this one on the perimeter, shoot the 3 ball, and it's good for the Huskies. Battle Mountain playing some solid organized basketball in front of their home crowd early in the game. Middle Park will hang around though as Joey Gagnon makes the long 2 to give the Panthers 4 points in the game, but Battle Mountain will take flight and on offense as the Huskies find Kits Petrovsky alone in the corner for 3. Charlie Strach on the court, passes, then makes a break for it to the basket where he puts it off the glass for another Huskies 2. Then the Huskies will get a nice mid-range jumper to drop in from Jackson Wansley. Battle Mountain came to play as they show out strong at home against Middle Park. So we actually had 2 games at Battle Mountain Monday evening as the boys team took on Middle Park, but the girls team also took on Middle Park, and we have those highlights from the girls game now. With only 2 wins on the season, Battle Mountain High girls basketball was looking to pick up a 3rd before entering Christmas break. Aubrey Hansen of Middle Park will get the rock next to the basket, put it up off the glass, and that drops in for a Panthers bucket. Middle Park now working together, moving the ball around the court. It finds its way to Lily Ragnar, who shoots the jumper from mid-range and knocks it down for the Panthers. Battle Mountain now on the attack. The ball will find its way to Ellie Glendingling, who drops it in smooth as silk for the Huskies. Middle Park now back with the ball. They swing it around the court, but it's picked off by Alessandra Caballero, who banks it in off the glass for the Huskies. Middle Park back with the ball. They'll set up the corner 3 for Ragnar, and she'll knock it down for the Panthers with little trouble. Ashley Rodriguez will help the Huskies out on this drive to the basket, and Glendingling will secure the bucket, and Battle Mountain will escape a close game with Middle Park as they knock off the Panthers 44-43 in Edwards. Staying in the town at Edwards, but heading over to Vail Christian, the boys basketball team was sitting at 2-3 on the year and looking to beat Meeker at home. After falling on Tuesday to Buena Vista, Vail Christian boys basketball was looking to bounce back with a win at home over Meeker. Jace Mobley gets the rebound for the Cowboys and takes it the other way. He'll stop on the arc and knock down the 3 ball for Meeker. Cowboys off to a 29-4 lead in the second quarter over the Saints. Later on, it's the Cowboys moving the ball around, and they'll get it inside the paint to Jonathan Fitzgibbons, who's going to knock it down off the glass. Meeker came to play today. Vail Christian trying to get going, but Jack Pryor will have his shot blocked, and it's taken the other way. Ethan Quinn will go coast to coast and score off the glass for the Cowboys to extend their lead. At the other end, Vail Christian will try their luck again, this time Pryor. Plays with more strength in the paint, puts it up off the glass, and that drops in for the Saints. Vail Christian trying everything they can to get back into this game, but it won't be enough as Meeker hands the Saints their 4th loss of the season.
Well, the moment we've all been waiting for is finally here, as last Thursday, the back bowls at Vail Resort opened for the public. Here's more information.
Vail Mountain opened its original back bowls, Sundown Bowl and Sun Up Bowl. Known for their vast and inspiring terrain, the first of Vail Mountain's 7 legendary back bowls whisk guests into an unparalleled natural environment. Legendary for a reason. Vail Mountain's 7 legendary back bowls have been exciting for guests for more than 60 years. Sun Up Express and High Noon Express are also now open. Early season conditions with marked and unmarked obstacle exits.
Staying on the snow, but heading over to Keystone Resort, we got some interesting news as the world's largest mountaintop snow fort opened to the public.
Located at the top of the River Run Gondola at an elevation of over 11,600 feet, this year's fort is even bigger than the previous made last year at Keystone. The fort reaches a height of 35 feet and covers a 1/4 acre. The fort took 2 weeks of round-the-clock work to complete the build, which features an ice cave, slides, tunnels, and ice sculptures that are apparently larger than life, so you may want to check those out. The public is allowed to use the fort every day during operating hours by taking the gondola to the Durkham summit, and visitors will need an Epic Pass, Keystone lift ticket, or a Scenic Gondola foot passenger ticket for access. The fort will be open as long as snow conditions allow it. And last year they were saying around April is the time that wrapped up. So if you want to check it out, just make sure you go before April.
Well, CU football may have not wrapped up their season as we would have liked to see, but certain players stood out on that team, and one in particular really made some noise this season.
Colorado's sophomore wide receiver and cornerback Travis Hunter was named the recipient of the 2023 Paul Hornum Award, which was announced by the Louisville Sports Commission Wednesday. Hunter has been deemed one of the most dynamic players of the modern era as he successfully played both sides of the ball at the FBS level in a Power 5 conference, which I definitely was shocked to see while watching him play this season, but he's impressive. Hunter did miss 3 games this season due to the injury he sustained against Colorado State in Week 3 at Folsom Field, but he still played the most snaps of any regular season college football player in the FBS. Hunter is the first player in the last 25 seasons with 50-plus receptions and 3 or more interceptions. The only comparable season to Hunter's comes from Georgia's Champ Bailey back in 1998 when he had 47 receptions for 744 yards and 5 touchdowns offensively, along with 3 interceptions on defense. It was a blast watching Hunter play this year at Folsom Field, and I assume he'll only get better and even more involved in the game when next season rolls around, so stay tuned for that.
Some other honors to mention: Trey Taylor of Air Force was the recipient of the 2023 Jim Thorpe Award, which is given to the best defensive back in all of college football. And we have more on Taylor's award for you right now.
Taylor is the first ever Thorpe Award recipient from Air Force and only the second Falcon to win a major college football award. Taylor led overall ballots as a 47% first place vote favorite with an average rank winning by only 0.12 to the runner-up in the nationwide voting. A first-team All-Mountain West selection at safety, Taylor contributed 71 tackles, 3 interceptions, 4 passes broken up, and a first career touchdown. He recorded tackles for loss in 4 games this season for the Falcons, making this his best season yet at Air Force. Taylor posted a Pro Football Focus grade of 82.6 and was credited with allowing just 18 receptions on 31 targets for an average of 10.1 yards per reception. He proved to be a leader for the Falcons this season by also being honored with this year's Defender of the Nation Award, which is given to a college football player from one of the nation's service academies based on exceptional leadership qualities on and off the field. Air Force would go on to have an 8-4 season. The Falcons lost their last 4 games straight, which took them out of contention for a Mountain West Conference title, but good enough to earn them a postseason game. They'll match up with 24-ranked James Madison, who's coming off a great regular season in just their second year in the FBS since moving up from the football championship subdivision just a season ago. The two will be matching up in the Armed Forces Bowl, and kickoff between Air Force and JMU is slated for December 23rd at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time.
Make sure to continue coming back to us for all the latest sports coverage here in the Valley and beyond. We'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tva8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. Booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Welcome back to the TV8 Weather Center. We're going to take a look at today's weather. Right now, around 8 a.m., it's going to be 21 degrees, which will heat up to about 45 degrees later today. Mostly cloudy, so be prepared for a little bit of everything. Around noon, we'll get up to 42 degrees. And at around 8 p.m. tonight, we'll be looking at about 33 degrees. So quite a variation of temperatures today. And we'll look at the I-70 corridor, 41 degrees in Eagle, 44 degrees in Avon as a high, and 45 degrees in Vail as a high. Denver having quite a day with 68-degree high today, Tuesday. Looking into the weather for tonight, we're going to have a low of 22. And again, the high is about mid-40 today, so we're going to see quite a variation. Winds south-southeast, and sunset at 4:44 p.m. today. Mostly cloudy, so we'll see if we can get a nice sunset tonight. Looking at the rest of the week, heading into the weekend. Today, partly cloudy. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. Thursday, we'll have a mostly sunny day. These lows are looking in the teens and the low 20s, so be prepared. Friday, back to partly cloudy with a high of 44 and a low of 21 until we have a chance of snow this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, looking to get a white Christmas, hopefully. So we will be doing our snow dances out there. Beaver Creek snow report, no new snow in the last couple days, but the season total is up to 64 inches and the base is 28 inches, and you know we are all about that base. Lift hours at Beaver Creek, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And today, Larkspur is opening up at Beaver Creek, Larkspur Lifts. So be sure to check that out if you're up at the Beeve, which has 20 lifts open, 60 trails, and that's about 26% of the terrain. So a lot of terrain to open up still heading into the season here. Vail Mountain, no new snow as well. But the season total is at 90 inches with a base depth of 32 inches, and Vail is operating 8:30 to 3:30 right now. 23 lifts open at Vail, including a couple in the back bowls if you're looking to get out there, and that's 198 trails and 71% of terrain, so that's quite nice. Up next, we're going to check in with the toy guy on some of the hottest trends this holiday season.
It's Cyber Monday, and you know what that means, online shopping, but even more so, if you are a parent and you have no idea what to get your kids, joining me today is the expert, the toy guy, Chris Byrne, who has over 30 years of industry experience, plus he is a toy historian and author of a book. Chris, how are you this morning?
I am great. I'm so excited to be with you.
You've got so many fun colors and figurines in front of you. What toys do you have with you today?
Well, let's jump right in because one of my favorites has been the Tony box since it was introduced. It's a storytelling, soft, squishy cube. But what's new this year is Marvel. Marvel, Spidey and his Amazing Friends show. We've got Spidey, Ghost Spider, and Spin. And what happens is when you put the Spider-Man on top, it actually starts telling the story. We pick it off, it stops. Really fun. The Tonys themselves are about $17.99, but it's $129 Walmart exclusive to get the bundle with all three of them and the Tony box. And then look who's back, Elmo. This is Sesame Street Elmo Slide Plush. This has become a phenomenon. Squeeze his paw, and he goes into the iconic Elmo Slide dance, which is really super fun. This has become a viral sensation. Look at it, he just goes nuts. It's just really super fun. That's from Just Play, about $49.99. And then for kids who love dolls and unboxing, this is the perfect gift. It's a great big gift. The LOL Surprise Mega Ball Magic from MGA Entertainment. 4 different ways to reveal things. You can squish, you can crush, you can bubble, and you can pull apart, which is a really fun way. There are 10 dolls to collect inside, 60 different accessories. Comes in a huge box. And what's really amazing is that if you bought all these separately, it'd be about $170, but it's $99 for this. And this is going to be the big gift under the tree for a lot of kids.
Oh, amazing. I just LOL'd at that Elmo slide. That was pretty amazing there. So what would you suggest as far as sources for shopping online, and what would be the best resources?
Well, a lot of them, you probably already know, Amazon, Target, Walmart, Costco. Costco has been big in toys. And then, of course, Lego, when you want to buy direct for something like the Lego Star Wars Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, right off the Clone Wars. We've got minifigs of R2-D2 and Master Yoda, 253 pieces. That's about $34.99. And then something to buy that I think is great for kids that are, a little calming down. This is the Crayola HD Coloring Kit. You've got these wonderful photorealistic pictures, highly pigmented pencils, and you can create very displayable art. Really easy to do. Calming, kind of good for adults, too. We've also got a story pod. Well, I love this story pod, and what's unique about it this year is what they're called the story stickers. So I've taken one of my favorite books from when I was a kid, and I've read into it. So it's up to 60 minutes. You put it on the story pod, and it will actually read the story. So it's really great for kids. You can see there I read the page that was right in there. So if you can't be with someone, it's a great way to share the stories with them. And then how about a little bit of magic? This is the LOL Surprise Magic Flyers from MGM Entertainment. You rub the perfume bottle, it pops open, and you're going to see in just a second, you're going to see the my little flyer take off. There she goes. Super fun, about $29.99. And last thing to show you is something I'm really excited about. It's brand new, invented by two dads. It's called Squaregles, and this is the OGS Mega Set. It's a magnetic building set, but what's unique about it is there's different play patterns. You can draw and add things to it. You can play games. You've got the OGS, which are little characters, and they roll down into different things. There you go. Super fun, about $119. This really takes the magnetic building set to the next level.
All of those toys you just introduced really add some intellectual stimulation as well as the imagination and the play aspect. So that's fantastic. Now, where can consumers maximize their online shopping if they're within a budget?
Well, I think if you're within a budget and you can set like a Google search to know if something's going on sale. Definitely tracking sales is good. At the same time, you want to buy something when you see it because we're all about peace of mind at this time of year and not stressing out. But I also think it's really important to manage kids' expectations. To say, my mom was always like, Santa's going to bring you one big thing and mom and dad are going to give you one thing. So it really is about creating that wonderful family feeling around the holidays, not focus so much on the toys, though we love the toys.
And especially with Cyber Monday and all of the Black Friday deals, toys are selling out. So is there a best time to shop online outside of today? What would you suggest?
Well, there are a lot of good times. We've been seeing sales that began before Black Friday and they're going to continue after Cyber Monday. It's going to be pretty much any time you go online, you're going to be able to find deals, especially, I love this, you can do it in your bathrobe, in front of your computer. You can look at different stores and see what they're doing, seeing if there's an exclusive bundle, because that can actually sometimes save you a good amount of money.
Fantastic. Now, Chris, where can we go for more information?
Come see us at thetoyguy.com. We try to keep you up to date on the best prices we find, but they change all the time.
That Elmo slide, I may have to buy one and just give it to somebody.
You may have to buy one. Yeah, he's so adorable, really.
He really is. Well, Chris, thank you so much. We love all the things that you have to share with us. You are the expert in this industry, and it just seems like such a great job to be knowledgeable of. Best of luck to you this holiday season, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now!.
Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Come on.
Hi friends, welcome to Vail Vibes. Avisha Scarborough here. I can't wait to show you these cozy igloos at Leonora's. They are the perfect place to defrost after a long day on the slopes. Let's go take a look. Leonora, a Vail Village staple located inside the Sebastian Hotel, does après their way.
Here up in the mountains, it's definitely a crucial element of ski culture. You're out all day enjoying the slopes. Nothing better than coming down and enjoying some beverages and some bites to eat with your favorite people. What's not to celebrate when you're at 8 to 10,000 feet in the Colorado mountains? I think that's reason enough to celebrate for me.
You too can celebrate in style after a day of skiing inside one of these igloos.
Welcome to the Igloo Experience.
For a $200 reservation fee plus $95 per person, you get a 4-course prefix menu, including some of these items right here.
We've got a smoked Gouda mac and cheese, as well as our award-winning pork belly dish with preserved peaches.
You can opt for a wine pairing to go with the dishes or order anything from the drink menu as well, including some of these après favorites.
I got the Harvest Old Fashioned, which is a Leonora staple, as well as our seasonal mulled wine here, a house spiced red wine with cognac, and cinnamon, star anise, clove, lots of winter spices. Some more of what you say?
And for the 4th course, you get a s'mores kit and the Sebastian's famous hot chocolate.
So our pastry team here at the Sebastian Hotels creates these chocolate domes, dusted with an edible gold, and then we make some house-made vanilla bean marshmallows we put inside, floated up to the top as you kind of melt and stir, and there you go, you got the Sebastian hot chocolate.
Which also makes for a delicious gift to go. So treat yourself, it's all part of the experience.
After a full day of cold smoke and deep powder, yeah, something refreshing and cold or hot is definitely well earned.
Well earned indeed.
Cheers.
That's it for today, friends. Thank you so much for watching Vail Vibes, and I'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I am Ross Leonhardt. Joining me on the couch is Claire Noble with Eagle County Government. It's great to have you, Claire.
It's great to be with you, Ross. Our roles are reversed.
That's how it goes,
we
yeah.
used to, last time we were sitting on this couch, I was there. You were over
That's
here.
That's right. It's funny you mentioned my
Yeah.
beard. Look a little different. So,
Yeah. You're looking a little bit more aerodynamic for the winter time,
right,
but
that's right.
still that layer of warmth.
Appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's great to see you.
Good to see you.
So, are
as
you ready
well.
for the holidays?
I'm getting there. I'm stealing myself for my visit to Costco tomorrow.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, me and everybody else in the valley.
Awesome,
but,
awesome.
yeah.
So, Claire, you do some amazing work in the county through work and just yourself. But right now, you guys are gearing up for January, right, which is Radon Action Month. Can you tell me a little bit about
absolutely.
what's going on?
So radon is a naturally occurring noble gas, and it is odorless. You don't see it, but it can be dangerous. Even though it naturally seeps out of rocks, ground, water, if it gets into a home, like if it seeps in through some cracks, especially down in your basement, that buildup could potentially affect your health. And one of the biggest concerns with radon is, because it is radioactive, is that it can result in lung cancer. So we want to promote homeowners testing their homes, in particular their basements. So what we're going to have, we don't quite have them yet, are these radon test kits. I know people watching are probably like, that looks like a Ziploc bag you threw a few pieces of paper into, but you can see this kind of charcoal looking container that's going to help you test, and then you send this off to get tested. So we're partnering, Eagle County is partnering with Walking Mountain Science Center on this. And they're actually the lead agency on this. We're in the process of getting the test kits in now. We don't have them all yet. I had to beg for this one. I'm like, I need a show and tell item for Good Morning Vail. But we will have these in, and they will be available for free, either through Walking Mountain Science Center or at the Eagle County building.
Is that just like you walk in and grab one, or you?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how they're going to set up the distribution.
Okay.
I got this from Environmental Health, but they're upstairs, so we might try to do something that's a little bit easier.
But free, that's amazing. And you mentioned it might just look like a Ziploc bag, but that's great. It looks like it's an easy test to do. Anyone can do it.
Not
Don't
a lot
be
of
intimidated.
packaging here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then is Eagle County particularly known for radon? Are we in a very susceptible
I think
area?
we are. Yeah,
Okay.
I think we are. That's another reason why we're really promoting this Radon Action Month in January, so people test. And so, I've just presented a problem to your morning audience. So what's the solution? So once you test, if you find that you have elevated levels of radon, you need to look at increasing your ventilation in those areas to get that out. And also look for any areas that you might be have leaks basically in your house, where you might have a draft, and that might be something you want to seal.
Yeah, and that's a great thing to take care of, and maybe now sooner than later.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's happening in January, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But coming up with the holidays, I'm sure some offices and some county governments are closed. Can you tell us a little bit
we're
about?
going to be closed just 2 days. We'll be closed next Monday, the 25th, and then we'll be closed the following Monday on January 1st.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so everything will be back to normal on Tuesday mornings, whether it's the landfill or any of the county offices. But yeah, we'll just be closed those 2 Mondays.
Yeah, I think everyone else will be moving slow those Mondays anyway, so just save your errands for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Amazing. And you also work with the airport a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit? I heard
I'm a huge fan of the Eagle County Airport.
That's two of us.
It is super convenient. I know that oftentimes the flights are a bit more expensive out of there, but when you factor the hassle factor of getting to Denver, fighting the traffic, paying for parking, all of that, I think it's about a wash, depending on where you're going and if you've been able to plan ahead. But getting in and out of the Eagle County Airport, it's so easy. But they just won a big award.
Right.
The Prix Versailles named the Eagle County Airport one of the world's most beautiful airports. And not just for the scenery, but really for the architecture. So if you've been inside, it looks like you're in somebody's really nice living room, and they're not calling the cops on you. You're welcome there. They've got a fireplace going, they've got comfy chairs, and of course all the beautiful scenery around here. So we're really proud of them for, they went through a renovation, so there was quite a bit of thought that went into sort of capturing and promoting the natural beauty around us. So it's a very natural looking airport.
It is amazing. I made the switch from DIA to Eagle County Airport recently in the last couple of years. Never going back. Not going back if I can help it.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat with you. Sometimes it's not possible just because of timing. You're like, oh, I don't really want an 8-hour layover in Dallas. So sometimes you have to go to Denver.
For sure. And I was out of town recently in Tampa, Florida, and I flew back, and I was able to snowboard that day, just straight from Eagle County up to Beaver Creek.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
One of those early morning flights.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that airport can't say enough good things about it. And, and all the people that go into the work there and the planning, and I think we'll talk more about that later on the show, but there's some good stuff happening at Eagle County.
Yeah, no, it's a great airport. Shifting gears a little bit, my other hat over at the Eagle County government is the Public Information Officer. And so one of the things we've been promoting right now, you may have heard one of our ads on the radio or seen one of our ads in the paper, is the Reach Well app. And this is an app you just download to your phone. If you're already getting EC alerts, that's fine, you're already set up. But what I hear from a lot of people is, oh, I signed up for EC alerts, but I'm not getting any. Well, that's because it's a little bit more complicated process. You have to go to ecalert.org, then you have to put in your information, your name, your address, and then select where you want to get alerts from. Maybe you're in Vail and you don't want alerts for Eagle, or vice versa. You can do that with the EC alert. Then you have to download the Everbridge app on your phone. So there's a few moving parts to that. The ReachWell app, you just go to the Google Play Store, the Apple Store, download ReachWell. It's one word, no spaces, capital R, capital W. And once you download the app, then you select Eagle County. And then you can select from more than 130 languages.
Love that.
And that was actually the big reason why we did the ReachWell app. But I'm also promoting it because it's just easy. And for people who travel, we were just talking about travel. We have a lot of folks that are here part of the year, somewhere else the rest of the year. You can turn it on and off very easily.
That's very helpful.
And the other thing we have is a lot of people who work in the Valley, but maybe they live in Glenwood, or they range
Right.
between Eagle County, Garfield County, and Pitkin County. All three are now on the ReachWell app.
That's awesome.
So if you're going between those areas, hopefully Lake, Route, and Summit County will join us at some point, and so you'll have alerts from all of these areas, but it's super easy.
Yeah, and I use the EC alerts. It is so helpful. I use it really for traffic alerts. So if I'm heading across the county, I'll have a text on my phone saying, hey, this road is closed, and then they'll let you know when it opens back
Yeah.
up. So that's how I use it. But what are some of the other functions with the ReachWell app? What can people
Well, I mean,
learn
sometimes it's, there's a gas leak in
Right.
Eagle, or, there's been some issue with the water and you've got to boil your water in Red Cliff. Or one of the other things that we've been doing a lot is wildfire mitigation. So when there's a prescribed burn, because what happens, and this is good, you see something, you say something,
Right.
right? People see smoke, they call the
Right.
Vail Communications Center. And unfortunately, they sometimes get flooded with hundreds of calls when somebody sees smoke. So if there's a prescribed burn, you're going to get those as well.
Yeah, and it's just a great way to be in the know and
Yeah.
kind of be in with the community and up to date with what's happening, right?
And we have to be that way up here because basically there's one road in, one road out, and that road is sometimes problematic.
Right.
And especially this time of year, it's going to close. Vail Pass is going to close during
Right.
snowstorms. Glenwood Canyon will probably, if not close, at least have lower speed limits
Right.
through there. So these are the kinds of things you're going to get through the ReachWell app.
Yeah, and it's amazing because it's an official source, right? You guys
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. It's not, a Facebook page that's just spewing something that might
Right.
not be true. So it's really the best way to get the information.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I think the other few things that I would tell people if you're living up here is make sure you're familiar with cotrip.org. I think you guys promote this as well. But if you're traveling to Denver or off to Grand Junction, you should check that and just see what the road conditions are along your route of travel. It might change, the way you travel. If you see that there's an accident, you might have to wait.
Right, right. And I think as a local, I have a ton of these local apps and stuff, but even if you're a visitor, you just create a folder on your phone with your Epic Mix app, it's amazing to hear you can turn this on and off because there's nothing worse than being out of town and seeing, 70s closed and you're not even in the state. So that's great touch.
That's a great point. It's very easy to turn on and off.
Yeah. Amazing, amazing. Claire, what else is going on? Anything else crazy going on into the holidays or into 2024 right now with you guys?
One of the things that we've got coming up is our State of the County on February 6th.
Okay.
It'll be at 11 o'clock in the morning. The public is welcome. And what we'll talk about is what we accomplished last year and what we're looking forward to this year. So if you're a government nerd like me, please come out and see, the good news of the Eagle County government because we've got a lot of good news to tell.
Yeah, amazing work. Thank you really for all that you do for everyone in the county and everyone that comes here. Claire Noble, thanks for joining us. Up
Thanks,
next,
Ross.
we'll have more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself, here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
We are at the top of this 8 o'clock hour here on this glorious Tuesday morning. It is December 19th, just days away from Christmas and a very fun-filled holiday weekend. I'm your host, Kimberly Pro. Joining me in studio is Ross Leonhardt, and we've got quite an exciting second half. The Vail Valley Partnership will be here to talk all things 2023 and what to look forward to in the upcoming year. Plus Etsy, if you need some gift advice, you still have a little bit of under a week to finish that Christmas shopping. Vail Vibes with some fun tips and more. So hour 2 of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Welcome back to the TV8 Weather Center. We have a live look outside right now at 70. Looks pretty cloudy out there and not many cars moving, but people are still waking up, getting ready to move, which is great to see on this Tuesday morning. And this morning, we're starting out about 21 degrees with a high of 45 today, so we will see quite a drastic change in the temperatures today. Hourly, we're looking at 8 a.m., 21 degrees. Mostly sunny, although we didn't see much sun out there just now. Things will heat up around noon to 42 degrees, and 4 p.m., 41 degrees, mostly cloudy. So this afternoon will be pretty warm, and 8 p.m., we're looking at a 33-degree, mostly cloudy evening right now. And into the I-70 corridor, Eagle has a high of 41 degrees today, Avon 44, and Vail 45, and Denver has a whopping 68-degree high today. Not sure what they're doing over there. Moving on into our weather for tonight, we'll have a low of 22, pretty chilly, mostly cloudy with a sunset at 4:44 p.m. So we will see if we can catch one of those classic Colorado sunsets with the cloud coverage tonight. Looking into the rest of the week and into the weekend, partly cloudy through the rest of the week. Highs kind of in the mid to low 40s and the lows in the lower 20s and upper teens. So kind of the same old through the week. And we're really eyeing up Saturday and Sunday where there is a chance of snow showers heading into the Christmas holiday. So everyone do your snow dances. Beaver Creek snow report. No new snow in the last couple days, but the season total is up to 64 inches with a base depth of 28 inches. And you know we're all about that base, no treble. Lift hours, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Beaver Creek. This morning they're opening up Larkspur, which makes it 20 lifts open up at Beaver Creek. 60 trails, and that's 26% of the terrain. So still more to come. We're keeping our eyes on Grouse Mountain and some other areas, but get on out there to Beaver Creek. Over at Vail Mountain, no new snow recently, but the season total is up to 90 inches, which is great, and a base depth of 32 inches and more to come. Vail's operating hours right now are 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And there are 23 lifts open in Vail, including a couple in the back bowl. So get on out there. That's 198 trails open, and that makes it 71% of the terrain. So still more to come, more to open up, and shout out to our ops crews out there doing great work right now with the early season conditions.
They're really crushing it. You know, you got 71% at Vail and then only 26% at Beaver Creek. So it's like Christmas is continually revealing itself to us here locally.
It is.
I love that. And you know, lots of fun stuff happening.
Yeah, and that's how it goes some years, you know. We kind of slow start and things will pick up for sure.
It's so true. And if you're still looking for Christmas gifts, Eyepieces of Vail, they've got some incredible stuff. Love the Bridge Street location. Have you been to the Goggle Bar over there?
They're great over there. I've gone in there multiple times just to get little things fixed. So I've gotten new stuff there, but if you have like a nick or something wrong with your glasses or goggles, they'll take care of you, which is great.
And you can just tell that they're just passionate about what they do.
All right.
But they've got like the greatest and latest technology. I've got to talk about this.
Okay.
We've got the newest helmet from Cask, which they have at Eyepieces of Vail. What's really great about this is that the lens actually, I love this idea because it's hands-free. You know, basically you've got your Bluetooth, you've got your goggles and your helmet all in one. So if you're one of those people that doesn't like to have things in multiple pockets or have to juggle, you've got this fancy luxury helmet by Cask. What's really cool about it is the lenses actually change with the color outside. So you don't have to switch your lenses out. It's literally like those sunglasses or those regular glasses where you walk into a store, they go clear, and you walk outside into the sun, they get dark. So that's what these lenses do. And then on top of that, you can actually connect your Bluetooth, and you can answer your phone, you can make phone calls, which, you know, oftentimes we're juggling things and trying to get all of that going, but you can do it just from this helmet. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty great. They have like a vibration technology within the helmet that makes it functional, and so that way you hear all those calls coming in and out.
And it's probably very light, right?
It is.
Yeah,
want to try it out?
Yeah, let's see. If you're like me, you're just snoozing phone calls. If you're on the mountain, you're just turning the calls off.
It's true.
Yeah, this is a very nice helmet.
This is the ideal work from home or remote work lifestyle.
Good call.
I probably need to invest in this.
That's a great call. And if you're like me, I can never have enough pairs of goggles. They go through quite a lot of, we'll just say they get used a lot in the winter, right? So I'm always looking for new pairs of goggles, and I'm a big Oakley guy. And for the holidays especially, these are just great goggles. They use great technology. Oakley's one of the leaders for a reason. So yeah, Eyepieces of Vail is a great place to get some extra eyewear and helmets.
I love the prism technology, and they've got some really cool lenses. They're functional, but they also are great colors as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fashion.
You know what we say?
Fan.
Look good, ski good, feel good.
Amen to that. Well, we've got a lot happening in the show. I'm very excited because Chris Romer from the Vail Valley Partnership is here in studio. He's going to tell us all things that they have going on, plus what we can look forward to next year. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
8-time Emmy-nominated Animal Rescue is a half-hour television series showcasing the heroic efforts of people helping animals. Join host and award-winning journalist Alex Payne and the Animal Rescue camera crew as they travel around the world, capturing dramatic rescues, rehabilitation, and relocation stories. For programming schedule, check your local listings today. Don't miss your favorite episodes of Animal Rescue.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. Now, I'm very excited about this next guest. I have yet to have a conversation with him, but Chris Romer is here to talk all things Vail Valley Partnership, what's going on, and all of the things that are happening. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. It's nice to talk to you for the first time on air.
On air.
No pressure, on camera. Thousands of people watching.
I'm sitting in the presence of a very local celebrity,
Well,
so you know this valley like the back of your hand and probably can navigate it with your eyes closed.
Well, I can tell that you're relatively new in town by thinking I'm a local celebrity, but I appreciate the vote of confidence. And there's a lot going on in Eagle County, and there's a lot going on in our business community and the community at large. So happy to dive into a lot of those things for 2023 and looking ahead to what awaits us in 2024.
Well, hard to believe that we're at the end of 2023. So talk to me about the Vail Valley Partnership. What were the results, the highlights of this whole year? Hard to believe we're having that part of the conversation.
Yeah, it is. It's hard. It's always hard to believe when the calendar flips over and we think back and reminisce on the year past and look forward to the year ahead. For us, one of our great successes at the Vail Valley Partnership at the Chamber is our CareerWise Eagle County Youth Apprenticeship Program. That's a talent pipeline program where we work with the business community and the school district and our kids and put them into career opportunities. It's a 2-year program paying the local prevailing wages that train kids to join the workforce after high school. And we in Eagle County, we're really fortunate. We've been doing the program for a number of years now, and we are the most successful in Eagle County. We're actually training other communities how to do similar workforce development programs and work with their school districts and their business community to really impact people's lives. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So that's a great success for us.
That's huge, especially post-COVID and then with the rise of TikTok and thinking you're going to get a career in social media. Not always the case.
Yeah, not always the case. So we're trying to provide labor certainly for our businesses and provide career opportunities for our students. So it's a dose of reality for them. But you know, these kids, they work so hard and they're so motivated to really make a difference within their sector. And we have people in construction and finance, IT and hospitality, really just all sorts of different industries. And it's really fun to watch them thrive.
It really is. And you know, there are over 800 businesses that are in partnership. So talk to me a little bit about you. What was your personal highlight of 2023?
Oh, geez. My personal highlight, I guess it would depend if you're talking on a personal level or on a business level. So we'll keep it at a business level. And I think one of the things that I'm most proud of is my team at the Vail Valley Partnership and our staff, and able to bring dozens of events that bring the community together and to serve as that convener, doing many different workforce programs and tourism initiatives and airport development efforts, and really working in concert with our businesses, our special districts and local governments to build an environment where businesses can thrive. This is a hard place. We have labor shortages, there's workforce issues, there's supply chain challenges, and being able to be the group, and it's a team effort, and that's why I'm most proud of my team. It's a team effort to really be that convener and that collaborator to bring people together, to have a unified voice as we work with the state and federal elected officials and everything to try and get things done here.
Well, and I love what you do as a Vail Valley Partnership. You truly are a partnership in bringing businesses and awareness and all of the things together. So talk to me a little bit about what the plan for 2024 is and what that looks like.
Yeah. For 2024, I think we're most excited about our Vail Valley Works initiative, which is bringing programs and workforce training to our community to give the people in our businesses the skills to advance their careers, giving businesses the ability to train their people and retain their employees. So we have Community Leadership Academy and Management Essentials courses and online courses, and we're doing a Scrum Master training and a financial literacy for hospitality professionals, for young people who maybe were never taught or never learned those basic financial literacy skills. And what an opportunity for us to bring that to people, but what an opportunity for businesses to show their people how to do these things that maybe they never learned, and now they're in the workforce trying to figure it out. We want to be their guides and their business Sherpas on the path to career success.
I love the word business, or the phrase business Sherpa. That's amazing. And I think for a lot of people, not knowing what you do and the partnership, it's not just connecting businesses, it's providing support and just really elevating our community as a whole.
Yeah, we really do try to be that catalyst for business growth. It's really hard to be an entrepreneur. It's really hard to start a business, to grow a business, to work through all the challenges that exist in the business marketplace. So if we can be that group that is the catalyst to connect them to local resources, state resources, there's a lot of things out there, and no business owner rightfully would ever know what they are because they're so focused on their business. So it's our job at the Chamber to know what those are, to help connect people, to be that business Sherpa, as we talked about, and help guide them along the way. We talk with our team a little bit with the business Sherpa model and that concept and idea. When people climb Mount Everest, in the analogy being running a business, and they accomplish great things, and they're on the top of the mountain and they're waving their flag and they've done this great thing, you never see the Sherpas who led the way and helped carry their gear and showed them the crevices and pitfalls and really helped them. And that's what we want to do. We want to work with them behind the scenes, let them be the ones celebrating and having their successes, knowing that we help them along the way.
Absolutely, and we're such a small town, so making sure that local businesses can thrive and grow, and that's what makes us special. As we have this influx of people that come into town, it's wonderful, and especially to know that we've got a machine behind the local businesses that are not just the big box retailers coming in, and that's what makes our town special.
Local businesses are the lifeblood of any community, and we need strong, vibrant local businesses, and I would start to name them. But I'd be here all day with you.
Over 800.
But there are hundreds of local businesses and hundreds of members of the Vail Valley Partnership, large and small. But in this last week before Christmas, hopefully everyone can go and shop at a local store, support local businesses. It makes a huge difference to them, certainly with the visitors coming in, but also to have that local support. I can't think of a single business owner in this valley, from Vail to Gypsum, Redcliffe to Edwards, or any point in between, that doesn't take a lot of pride in their business and doesn't love to take care of local customers in addition to our visitors. So I think it's incumbent on us to go in and support them when we can too.
So you mentioned visitors. The airport, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening over there.
There's a lot happening at the airport. So we help administer and run the EGE Air Alliance, which works to bring new flights to the airport and works on that flight development effort. In 2023, we did a couple headquarter visits, meeting with airlines, talking about routes, recruiting them to bring new service to Eagle County and new markets to the Eagle County Regional Airport. So we're really excited about that. The airport itself has a master plan going on. They're really envisioning the next 20 years at the airport, What does that mean for locals, for visitors, for the team at the airport? So it's a pretty exciting process, and a lot of that can be found at flyege.com, all the flight routes and information. But the airport is such a economic driver for us and such a community asset, and we're really excited to bring new service and hopefully in the near future, low-cost carrier to Eagle County Regional Airport and make it even more accessible for our locals.
And it just won an award as one of the most beautiful airports in the world. So
yeah, it
very
did.
exciting.
It is very exciting. We're really proud of the team at the airport.
Absolutely. Well, where can we go for more information to follow along with the Vail Valley Partnership, volunteering opportunities, becoming a member? Tell me all the details.
You can find all the information at vailvalleypartnership.com. We hit the tip of the iceberg today. There's a lot more going on that we're involved in and that we do, including the different volunteer and engagement opportunities at vailvalleypartnership.com.
vailvalleypartnership.com. Well, Chris, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay here and tell me all the things.
As long as you need me.
Just kidding. We always appreciate you coming on. Your wealth of knowledge and such an asset to the community. So thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. We have a bit more on the second half of Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Ross Leonhardt. We are rolling right through hour 2 of Good Morning Vail. Up next, we have Ben, who caught up with the Leap Academy.
Welcome back to the show. We are now joined by Ilana Golan of Leap Academy, a new program helping to help skilled professionals learn new skills, especially in the world of AI. Welcome to the show, Ilana.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Ben. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's so great to have you. So tell me a little bit about Leap Academy. What is the program? How does the program work? And how long have you guys been around?
So we've been here a few years, and the interesting thing is that there's a big need to help driven professionals reinvent, leap their careers, and nobody's helping them. The education system is not quite there yet, and there's going to be so many that will need to reskill. So whether it's leap to leadership, whether it's to find jobs, whether it's to jump to entrepreneurship, the regular education system is just not coping with this. And we became kind of that for anybody who is driven and really want to take their career to the next level. And it's just been incredible to see these humans, start from somewhere, either they're underpaid or appreciated, or just feeling not the best version of themselves, and where they can take themselves. And it's just beautiful.
So does Leap Academy focus predominantly on technology skills, or is it helping in all areas of professional life?
Oh, it's a beautiful question. So we do see a lot more professionals in tech, retail, health, finance, so kind of in these arenas. But it actually touches the soft skills that are not taught anywhere. So the emotional, the executive presence, the speaking, the how do you tell your story, how do you understand what you even want, and then the strategies to build your personal brand and really, land those leaps that you want for yourself, charge your worth, negotiate, things that are just not taught anywhere.
So it's going way beyond than just helping figure out the latest and greatest type of spreadsheet or helping to adjust to the newest technologies in the workplace. But if somebody was looking to move into management and was hoping to try and find, say, a better management style, something that was maybe less abusive than managers they've had in the past and more inspiring, is that something that Leap Academy can help with?
It's exactly that. And you also run into the classic chicken and egg. You never proved yourself, so why would we give you a chance? But then you never get a chance, so how can you prove yourself? And you get into these rhythms, and that's why it's so hard to change functions and industries and responsibilities and leap to bigger leadership roles. And that's why it's so needed in the world today. So we're going to see people reinvent themselves and leap every year or two. And nobody's teaching that. You're supposed to kind of go to college, finish your education at whatever, 20 something. And from that point on, most people are just not touching the things that they actually studied. So this is really to accompany driven professionals to leap faster and higher and really fast track to get the best version of themselves. And when they are, society is better, the workplace is better, the world is better. So yeah, it's incredible to see it.
Well, it sounds like a really great opportunity to help learn some of those soft skills that help improve just how we function in the workplace and how we interact with a lot of our coworkers and everything. But it sounds like Leap Academy's got some hard skills there too. And in the world of technology, so much is changing so fast that I would imagine that that's one way that continued learning can be really powerful, is keeping up on that changing technology.
You're absolutely right. And we're actually in front of a big cliff that I think a lot of people want to ignore. We're going to see millions of roles that will be diminished. And if you don't know how to reinvent yourself and leap to new things, you will get, irrelevant really, really quick. And to me, if people ask me, what is the one skill that will not go away? Yes, a lot of it is the emotional connection, but also the ability to reinvent and leap again and again and again. And having a recipe that does that is really, really strong, because again, we're going to need to adapt fast. And the people that will adapt fast will be able to leap, and those that are not will stay behind. And it breaks my heart. So if we can help as many people as possible, that's our aim.
So it sounds like there's a lot of awesome things that Leap Academy offers, but if people were interested in getting involved, in joining or participating, how could they go about doing so? What are the logistics about Leap Academy that we need to know?
I love it. So first of all, just leapacademy.com, reach out. There's free trainings, there are free strategy calls that you can have as a team. So we really want to help no matter what. If we do find you're fit, we're going to explain exactly what is the strategy to work with us. If we don't, we teach a lot of free things and we give a lot of free elements. There's also a Leap Show, which is a podcast that I really highly recommend to listen to. There's a lot of really inspiring stories. So download it, subscribe it. It's on YouTube and it's on Spotify and all the typical podcast areas. Because again, I want to inspire you. What you don't see, you don't realize. The beautiful thing is we have people that move from $25 an hour to 200,000, a year. So I'm not saying this is for everyone, but I'm just saying these things are real. But if you don't know they exist, you keep thinking that it's not for you. So really just subscribe, come to the website, leapacademy.com, and, enjoy the free things or join us.
Well, I got one more question for you. So in the way that Leap Academy works, is it sort of like almost like a streaming service where once you've signed on, you've got a series of courses that you can kind of peruse at your leisure? Or do people work with your team to come up with a specific curriculum that's identified to them?
Oh, it's a beautiful question. So it is a combination. So we do have some online stuff. We also have a very, very scripted, engineered process for really driven professionals or teams that want to take themselves to a next level. If we work with individuals, again, the idea is to meet you where you are and reach you higher. And it's not about information, it's about the transformation. So we really want the engineered approach to get the clarity of what you even want to do. How do you tell that story? How do you seriously start, boosting that confidence, moving your network, building that personal brand, and starting to open up to opportunities that you didn't know were existed. So it's a very engineered process together with coaching, together with the network, together with the support. So it's a very, we basically surround you in order to break that pattern of where you've been so that you can get out of the box and into opportunities that you didn't know. So the program itself is very hands-on. But again, there's also online programs and things that you can do on your own. They're free. We like giving. So, I want to give every driven professional the ability to chase their dreams.
Well, it really sounds like that's an opportunity worth checking out. And to have that team there to help support you in your learning and have that little bit of extra accountability too, I've always found to be really helpful when it's just you're out there on your own, just with an entire subject to learn at your leisure. That can be super challenging. Well, is there any last message you want to give us before we take off?
I just want to let everybody know that there's so much more out there for them. And if they just open the eyes, amazing what's possible. And what if, every single person will go chase their dreams. So, thank you so much, Ben. It was such a pleasure. And come to leapacademy.com or the Leap Show. I hope you enjoy it.
Well, Ilana Golan of Leap Academy, thank you so much for joining us. And make sure to go check out leapacademy.com and all of their other fantastic resources. Unfortunately, our tripods are getting a little bit tired, so they got to take a quick break. But after this short message, we'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood, with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to the neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Welcome back to the TV8 Weather Center. We're going to check on today's weather. Starting out about 21 degrees this morning, but it will heat up to 45 degrees, so be prepared for everything and anything. Mostly cloudy today with slight winds. The hourly temperatures, things will be heating up this afternoon. Around noon, 42 degrees, and 4 p.m., 41 degrees, before cooling back down this evening to 33 degrees. Mostly cloudy throughout the day today. The I-70 corridor, Eagles got a high of 41 degrees today. Avon 44 degrees, Vail 45 degrees, and Denver has a high of 68 degrees. Not too sure what's going on over there. Tonight we're looking at a low of 22 degrees, mostly cloudy with a sunset around 4:44 p.m. and some slight winds this evening. Rolling into the weekly weather. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 43 degrees and a low of 21. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 44 and a low of 18. And Friday, very similar with a high of 44 and a low of 21. And we're really looking at this weekend where there's a chance of snow Saturday and Sunday with cooler temps rolling into the Christmas holiday. Up next, we're rolling to Avija, who has a Vibes tip.
Do you need some health and wellness in your life? Well, come celebrate winter's solstice on December 21st at the first annual Wellness and Holiday Fair. It's from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Eagle River Business Center. The organizers of the event, Rocio Martinez from Gula Wellness Apothecary and Michelle Terrell from shopmish.com, tell us about what we can expect at this event.
We're going to have everything from holistic healing services to mini massages, mini facials, craniosacral or photography. So if you're into any sort of health and wellness, just come. It's going to be free entry. We're going to do giveaways. It's going to be a really fun night, and we're really excited about doing this. It is our first time, but our goal here is to bring the wellness community together, especially during the holidays where we can, be a little bit maybe more stressed or just have a lot going on. And so just to remind everyone to take some moment for self-care.
Well, we're putting our heart here. This is something that we're doing with a lot of love and just creativity. We want to not only bring the community together, but we also want to help the small businesses that are here, the local businesses, kind of like us, to just build the community for small businesses, also for wellness. So if you're into any of this, if you want to help your community, if you want to help all the great talents that are in this area, just come check us out.
So come support your local healers and artisans and indulge in a little self-care while you're at it. For more info, check out the Vail Vibes Instagram at Vail Vibes TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
In America's heartland, living close to the land, there's a love for the country and a pride in the brand. In America's heartland, living close to the land. In America's heartland, close to the land.
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Just wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my family in Florida, in Delray Beach, Florida. I miss you guys and wish you were here. Love you.
All right, Merry Christmas, Thomas and Annie. We can't wait to spend Christmas with you. Love you guys.
Hi everyone, happy holidays from Vail Health.
Les deseamos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Have a happy, healthy holiday season.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Now it's the holiday season, which means people are out and about. You're spending more time with friends and family. You're attending more events, and that means you are at greater risk of contracting COVID-19, which is still an ongoing threat. Joining me today is the Chief Medical Officer of the Illinois Department of Health, Dr. Artie Barnes. Dr. Barnes, how are you this morning?
Great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank goodness. No COVID on my front, but talk to me about COVID and who are at the most risk for serious illness from COVID-19.
So it's important for people to know that almost 3/4 of our population has a risk factor for developing really severe COVID-19. And you could go to, again, cdc.gov or the COVID Vaccines Project and look for your risk factors there. But I think the key thing to know, having an underlying condition, cancer, heart disease, having just a weakened immune system from being on medications that suppress your body's ability to fight infections, all those can put you at risk. And sometimes some of these risk factors can be subtle. For example, just having physical inactivity or even mental conditions like depression can put you at risk for having serious complications from COVID-19.
Wow, I don't think I would have thought about the depression being a factor that can put you at serious risk. So talk to me about COVID-19 treatment options.
So the good news is we have 2 oral pills right now that work well to protect you from getting you to the hospital, as well as 1 intravenous or IV medication that can do that too. So the 2 oral pills, people may have heard of these before, Paxlovid and Lagevrio, and they can lower your risk of getting to the hospital almost by 50% in some studies, 80% in others. And so it really is important for people to be able to talk to their providers and find out if this pill is important for them. But the key thing is time. They have to get these treatments, the oral pills, within 5 days of starting their symptoms from COVID. And the symptoms can be subtle. It could be as simple as fatigue or feeling a little small fever, maybe a sore throat or a cough. So as soon as your symptoms start, the clock starts ticking, and it's important to get these antivirals in, especially if you have an underlying condition that puts you at risk for severe disease. So talk to your providers immediately, have a plan ahead of time, know that you can access these medications. And again, 2 options right now, both Paxlovid and Lagevrio for oral and remdesivir for intravenous.
That's good to know. Now, talk to me about the antivirals and how they work. So is it okay to take them, the second, like, let's say I had a scratchy throat, is it okay to go ahead and start taking them just to be preventative?
Ideally, you want to make sure that you have COVID, because the scratchy throat in the season could be RSV, it could be flu. You really want to make sure that you are at risk for COVID. However, if you're someone who's extremely vulnerable, let's say you're on some kind of cancer chemotherapy and have very low ability to fight infections, or you just recently had a transplant, then I think this is something to talk to your provider ahead of time and say, when should I think about starting treatments before even waiting for the test results to come back? Again, I cannot imagine a scenario where that would be warranted, because right now you could get test results really fast. Now, you could take the COVID-19 tests at home. There are also some commercially available at-home tests for flu too. So I think those are important to remember, that you could get your test results pretty fast within 24 hours and then determine, do you need treatment for flu or do you need treatment for COVID?
Absolutely. So it sounds like have a plan ahead of time, take a COVID test, and then start those treatments as soon as possible. Now,
yes,
let's talk a bit about the media report. So they're saying there's a rebound from these antivirals. Is that a concern? Can you explain a little bit further what a rebound would be from the antivirals?
Yeah, and just to be clear, antivirals do cause rebound, but so does COVID itself. So rebound has been associated even outside of the context of anyone getting an antiviral. So what rebound means is that you've gone through the illness, you felt better, or the virus is clearing from your system, and then it reactivates or comes back. And it's likely that happens in certain situations. Sometimes when you take the antiviral, some people will clear it and then they feel the virus comes back. And it's not that the virus is resistant to these antivirals. They've already found out that that's not so, but there are mechanisms at play here we don't quite know. Now, one recent study showed that you can actually get rebound if you take the antivirals a little too early from the point of time where your test turns negative to positive. So within 2 days of your test going from negative to positive, if you take it, there's a possibility of rebound occurring. But the good news is rebound, for the most part, is mild. It has not resulted in a higher rate of hospitalizations or deaths. In fact, these antivirals still are profoundly effective in protecting you from hospitalization and death. And most recent studies, real-world studies, even in the past year in 2023, have shown that you could lower your risk of death by even about 70 to 80%. So would you rather risk death versus rebound? I think the question for me is simple, that you would, potentially risk a little bit of a reactivation of the virus if you're at high risk for complications, especially if you know these antivirals will protect you from hospitalizations and deaths.
Oh, that's a no-brainer in my opinion as well. So where can we access these antivirals?
The good news is they are at most pharmacies. And different states have different mechanisms of how they've distributed these antivirals. We in Illinois have distributed it through pretty much most of our retail pharmacies here. You can actually go to the COVID-19 treatment locator, which is open access for anyone in the country, and type your zip code or look into your state or your region, and it'll show you where your treatment options are. It could be pharmacies, it could be providers' offices, and this is for those who have the U.S. government supply. Now, it's commercially available. Both of these products are commercially available, and so you don't necessarily even need to tap into this resource. You can just talk to your providers and see if they can just prescribe you this antiviral, and not everyone will still qualify for the free U.S. government supply of these antivirals. So they're now reserved for those who have Medicare, Medicaid, public, or certain forms of public insurance, and of course those who are uninsured.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds like it's best to talk to your provider, find out where you can get them, and obviously be advised for treatment. Dr. Barnes, thank you so much for coming on, and hopefully your information sharing will lower the risk and COVID-19 won't be as prevalent this holiday season as we've seen it in the past. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I hope so, and stay safe.
Same to you. Now, happy holidays, and stay tuned. Now, we've got a bit more left on the show. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Now, it's the holiday season, which means it is the winter season. And oftentimes there are accidents and all kinds of things happening. Joining us today to talk about all things how you can be prepared ahead of time is Kelly, the car mom. Kelly, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, first of all, I love the car mom. I love all that you're doing with it. But you are really an expert in all things being prepared ahead of time. So talk to me about how you can be prepared ahead of time and what that looks like.
Yeah, so I mean, as a mom, I definitely try to prepare for every situation, right? Like we have the snacks, we have the extra change of clothes, I have shoes, because that's just important to me as a mother. But accidents, vehicle accidents are one of those things that can be difficult to prepare for. And I actually think what's just as important is what happens after the accident. And one of the best ways that family can make sure they're prepared is to make sure they have some really good rental coverage reimbursement on their auto insurance policy. That way, if you get in an accident and your vehicle needs to go to the shop to be repaired, you're not stuck with nothing to drive and you have a car.
That's a big one. A lot of people don't think about that ahead of time until you're in the moment, and then it can cost a lot more. So talk to me about, why rental reimbursement coverage is important, and like exactly how much do you need?
Yeah, and like you said, like a lot of people, it is so important. It's one of those things you don't want to wish that you had. And according to enterprise data, 60% of full coverage auto insurance policyholders don't have this coverage, and a lot of people don't even know it exists. So it's obviously important because as a mom of 3, like I'm not driving a Chevy Tahoe for the gas mileage, right? I'm driving it because it's the car that can fit my kids' car seats, that can fit the double stroller, fit all of our suitcases for this like crazy holiday season. So making sure you have it's important, but also making sure that you have the right level. That way, if we get in an accident, my car has to go to the shop, I'm not stuck with nothing to drive, I'm not missing Christmas, I don't have my mother-in-law calling me and complaining, my life goes on as it would.
And it's so important. Now, we're here in Colorado, so winter driving accidents happen all the time. So, is there anything else that we should know to be prepared? Tell me more.
Yeah, so I mean, just enterprise data tells us that 6 out of 10 trips this year are road trips. So you mix more people on the road traveling with winter weather conditions, it is a recipe for an increased risk of accidents. So it is so important to be prepared every step of the way before you leave, like making sure your tires are at the correct PSI, making sure you have a full tank of gas, making sure your vehicle is up to date on any service. If it were to happen, making sure you have those emergency essentials in your car, like a blanket, a phone charger, a bottle of water. And then finally, after the fact, making sure that your family can, not miss a beat this holiday season, get right back on the road, and make sure that you are covered with rental car reimbursement.
Oh, rental car reimbursement. That's one that you probably aren't aware of all the time. So love that you gave that advice, and then love that Enterprise is really actively bringing awareness to this kind of insurance policy. So where can we go for more information if we want to, rent a car or make sure that we know exactly what we're doing?
Yeah, and I think it is so important because if you are to get in a collision this time of year, vehicle repairs take longer than I think people think. The average repair is about 17 days. So we're not talking about having to pay for a rental car for 1 to 2 days, but up to 2.5 weeks. And that's just a surprise expense that I know a lot of families don't want to have to take on this holiday season. So you can call your insurance agent to find out more about what the policy looks like. You can add it at any time, or you can go to enterprise.com/rental reimbursement.
17 days. That's a lot. And
that's
rental
a long
cars,
time.
and there are so few rental cars compared to what there used to be out on the road. So definitely make sure that you plan ahead of time. Well, Kelly, we appreciate you. If we want to follow you and the Car Mom and all the advice that you're giving, where can we go for that?
Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, so I'm the Car Mom. I review cars for moms and families. You can find my vehicle reviews over on YouTube, or you can find me on social, Instagram at the Car Mom, where we just empower women through the car buying process by sharing great tips like this.
And I love what you're doing with the holiday season and the car seat giveaways. So congratulations. That's very exciting stuff. Love that partnership and how you're impacting families. And thank you for the information about Enterprise and how you can be prepared during the winter season.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. We've got a bit more here on the second hour of Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
And we are back right now. We've got the end of our show. Let's take a quick look at today's hourly forecast. As you can see, 21 degrees. That sunshine is starting to come out. 42 at noon. So it's spring skiing temperatures in my personal opinion. Clouds will be rolling in. 41 degrees at 4 o'clock. And then at 8 p.m. it will be 33, mostly cloudy. Heading into the I-70 corridor, though, we're looking at summertime temperatures in Denver. It gets perpetually cooler as you make your way towards us here in the valley. Vail, 45 degrees. Avon, 44. Eagle, 41. As always, it's been a pleasure working with Ross Leonhardt here on the show. He's a wonderful new addition to TV8, but we had Chris Romer with the Vail Valley Partnership. It's amazing all the things that they're doing to impact our community and to build and support us here. Plus, if you want to avoid paying those expensive holiday latte prices, we shared that delicious sugar cookie latte recipe. Make sure you hit us up on social media if you want the recipe, and I will see you tomorrow.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun
Are you looking for